Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of 2 Point Hospital. So this is kind of a new series. It's a tutorial, kind of like how-to series, so I'm pretty excited about this change in content that I'm doing, and I'm hoping that you guys are enjoying it as well. So when we left off, we kind of dealt with how to start it, and then how to start your hospital, and then how to reduce the queue times for your GPs. And now we're going to get our hospital up to a 2-star rating in this episode. So first things first, we do have a new illness. It is our 8-bitten illness, 8-bitten. And this is what those patients look like. They are all pixelated out. Crazy. That's real crazy. So let's go ahead into here and get that room up and started. So we're gonna need a resolution lab. This is a doctor building. It needs to be 4x4, which kind of sucks. We don't really have a really great place for that right now. I guess we could put it over here. We'll leave that space open for like cubism, I believe is one of them. But yeah, let's go ahead and just do a 4x4, put the door here, get our little 8-bit lab there. As per usual, if there's a machine, we gotta get an extinguisher, hand sanitizer, so that way everybody's nice and clean, and then also a radiator because we are on a cold map. So now that that's all built out, we can go ahead and press play, kind of look around our hospital. So monetary wise, we're doing pretty good. You know, we're bringing in about 40,000 every month, so that's really not bad at all. But it's kind of like disarrayed, right? It's a really ugly looking hospital right now. So this room, I like this wing, right? It's organized. It is like putting my brain at ease. I'm like, you know what? I like this, but it's still missing a couple things. So let's start over there first. We're going to copy the toilets. We're gonna put a toilet over here so that way people aren't having to run around like crazy all the way over there to get what they need. Also looking here, we only have one bench, which isn't awesome. So let's go ahead and keep our temperature layout up while we place some general items around. They need a bench and then also a bin because you never know if they're feeling a little bit pukey. Always good to have. We also are gonna put a radiator over here. And is it too hot? They're spread out nice and evenly, which is great. We'll do another big bin on this end, as well as our sophisticated bench. And so when you get to this kind of point in the game where it's like the last couple that you have are just stuff that you'll get eventually, it's nice to go in and do a lot of like detail work and make it look interesting and fun, right? Let's get another round of training up and going. I don't think we've trained any of our janitors really yet, so let's go ahead and train this person in ghost capture. We're gonna use our head janitor to do that because he does have that training perk, which makes it all that much easier. Unfortunately, that means our janitors are gonna be out of commission while they're both in there getting trained, but that just means they have a lot to catch up on later, right? Moving along, let's continue fleshing out the details over here. We're gonna do one bench at least outside of every single room. We're also gonna slap another radiator over here because it's pretty chilly. Ooh, that's not good location because you see that red? It's too hot. If we put it over here though, much better, much better. And then we have a huge queue outside of surgery. We usually do just because surgeries just takes a long time.
Attention, urinating.
So instead of lining these small kind of corridors, let's go ahead and just build one here in the middle of this open area that we have. Go ahead and put benches like that. We'll do 4 of them, why not? And this can be like seating for surgery and the resolution labs and all that kind of stuff. We're also going to need a big bin. Big bin. We're gonna get lots of these notifications. We still have Agatha's sphere here, and she's, well, Agatha's sphere.
Terrible things happen every day. You could lose a toe.
And then finally, the last thing that we're going to need to kind of like, you know, for right now, is we're going to need a drinking fountain and a sweets machine and a magazine rack. So the reason I use the magazine rack is because that's what we have in the main building, and we don't want our patients going back and forth between the two buildings. We want them to be in here doing the stuff that they need to do in here. You know what I mean? We don't want them traveling back and forth. That's just going to make the queue lines outrageously large and long. Let's also go into our staff, because I don't think I made my surgeon actually only be able to do surgery. Yeah, here we go. Take him out of all of this. He can only do surgery. That's all he's allowed to do. Now let's actually just do all of them. So this is a treatment, only can do treatment. This is psychiatry. He should only be doing psychiatry. They have a specialization for a reason. Surgery, only doing surgery. GP should only be doing GP. GP only doing GP. And then our treatment doctor should only be doing treatments. There we go. Perfect. So that should be all set, and hopefully we'll get that doctor over there to do surgery. Where is he?
Nurse, please go to the pharmacy.
Pick him up. You're not allowed to go on break. You are going in here. Okay. So this room is looking a lot nicer. We're just going to ignore all the plasma and goo everywhere. Maybe we'll get them like a nice little rug. A nice little rug to just kind of like center the whole area. We could do a hot dog. We could do a Sonic rug. Let's do the Sonic rug. Cute. I love Sonic. I love Sonic. Okay, and now back to this trash of a building. Oh, so this person was brainwashed by Agatha's fear, but he got treated, so amazing. That means we are keeping up with that, which is what we like to see. Let's go ahead and edit this room. We're gonna slap it along here. We're gonna add an extra wall. We're gonna expand it like this, and here's where we're gonna have another GP when we're ready for it. And then we're gonna put these beds along the wall here.
Maintenance announcement. Toilets need routine service.
Here. We're gonna grab this and tuck it in this corner. Okay, so basically I expanded the fracture ward. It looks a little mess. They can still maneuver around all this stuff, so that's fine. We left a little space here for the GP to go eventually, or maybe even the injection room, or any other room that we're going to need over here. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to kind of spread this out a little bit, the benches. We're also going to keep the temperature up so that way we can see how cold it is around this room.
Yes.
We are also going to move these out of the middle of the room and tuck them against this wall here. Probably get some more education going. It's always important to keep your education just rolling, because the better trained doctors you have, the more successful your patients will come out. Let's do our ward nurses, give them ward management too. It's probably gonna bite us in the butt a little bit, but that's fine. Looks like it's a little bit chilly over here, so let's go ahead and plop down a radiator. Maybe, yeah, that's not bad, especially once we fill out this area. And that's going to leave us lots and lots of space to put another nurse room here if we need it, or maybe eventually like a little eating place. That could be fun. But I'm feeling a lot better about this. I feel like it's not nearly as ugly. Oh, this room doesn't have any heating whatsoever. That's probably not the best thing. Let's go ahead, slap a radiator in here. Perfect, nice and toasty. Okay, so the next thing they want us to focus on is getting a level 4 head office. So this is our head office right here. Oh, let's take a look. Doctors. Kind of want this doctor. That doctor is going to be our next, this is going to be our surgery doctor. So we're just going to exit all of that out until he gets trained up. So for our head office, let's go ahead and look at the items that we have available. Of course, we got to put the turtle head poster in there. Gonna do one gold star poster. Maybe we'll put a chair in there in case the doctor has to wait around. You can look out. Oh, I was gonna say you can look out the window, but no, you can't do that. Oh, that is something I need to put in here for the doctors that are waiting on the patient to come in or whatever. Get them a nice little chair. Ooh, it's time for our award yearly review. Let's go ahead and open all, and we got Rising Star Employer of the Year and Best Teaching Hospital again. So basically for these awards, no deaths is really easy to do at the beginning of the campaign, like on the first few hospitals before all of the diseases are set out. So if you do want to do that, pretty much play the game until you unlock training, then go back to like the first hospital, get your staff all trained up, no deaths, easy peasy. That's an achievement to get as well as an award. Patient's Choice Award means you have a high cure rate and people are moving through it really quickly. They get to keep their happiness, all that kind of stuff. Most prestigious hospital, if all of your rooms and the actual hospital itself has a high attraction level. That's how you get that. Best research hospital is for researching, which we don't have to do at this point in the game. And then Hospital of the Year is just if you're just overall just amazing. And if you got all of that, you're probably gonna get Hospital of the Year. Let's go ahead, click on this again, continue fleshing this out. It's still only level 2, and we did all the things that are like meant to be in here. What is going on? Our discharger. Let's see, did he survive his shock core treatment? Oh no, we're terrible, we need to get our staff really just trained up, don't we? Ooh, our recovery room, okay. Let's go ahead and get this all set up. Rooms. Recovery room is a 5x3, which is gonna be perfect for this space. Gonna slap the door right there. And this, slap the door right there. This monstrosity of a unit is just a really fun machine to watch them kind of mess around with. Get ourselves an extinguisher, a hand sanitizer, a radiator. Hit OK. Start up another training course since we're over here. Probably get our doctor ready for surgery so that way we can have that going pretty much the whole time. And hopefully we can watch this machine in use. Here is our patient, Maureen Bucket. She's got cubism, so she's gonna go into our recovery room to give her more of a curved appearance. So she goes into the tube. She gets lifted up by her head. Gets dropped down into this machine. Oh my. They just shake all of the bits apart.
Doctor needed in resolution lab.
And then it all gets pushed out into the skin suit. This is like a game from my nightmares if you think about it. It's kind of like a horror game. Seems cute. Oh, but we fixed her. Look at her. She was cured. Good job, Maureen. You did it. That was terrifying. Go ahead and get these notifications out of the way. But yeah, look at Maureen, cured. She's just so happy. We love that for her. So another thing I did was I hired a new nurse. So right now we have everybody kind of situated in what they need to be doing. However, this nurse is kind of a particular case. So nurses actually don't affect surgery at all. So you could have a fully trained nurse, not going to do anything. But unless you got these, which is emotional intelligence, bedside manner, we got treatment, but that's fine, close enough, and then motivation. So all of those are going to increase the durability of the actual patient and the staff member. But if you max them out on treatment or something, that literally does nothing. So this is going to be our surgery nurse. They are going to only work in surgery. And so yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. Oh no, we have a DNA patient. No. We don't have any doctors trained in DNA right now. So we're gonna send the patient home. And look at doctors who, none of these doctors are gonna be able to do it. And in fact, I don't want any of these. Get them all out of here. So when we look at our staff, I could train one of our doctors, our treatment doctors, into DNA. but I'd love to find one that already has it. So while we wait for that to work, I went ahead and accepted this Get A Level 4 chromotherapy. We'll, first of all, might as well upgrade that. Cryptology. Oh, we can do that.
An injection room.
Okay, so rooms, we're gonna need cryptology. So this needs a nurse, but we have a nurse. It's gonna be a 4x3 room. 4, 3x4 room. And for this room, we're going to put that there. We're gonna move this over here. Let's go ahead and flip this around. And they need a hand sanitizer and a fire extinguisher and a radiator. There we go. Wham bam, thank you ma'am. And that is all set and ready to go. But yeah, let's go ahead over here, focus back on this cryptology room, or what is this? Chromotherapy. So in here we're gonna put our gray anatomy poster because people who have gray anatomy go into this room. Get all of these notifications out of the way. Okay, we are gonna go ahead and hire this doctor who specializes in DNA research and something else, treatment. So the treatment and the DNA is kind of what we're looking for. The research is kind of a wasted slot, but until we get one of those like actually up and running, he's gonna be our best option. So for this room, we're gonna need a 3x4. So we'll do 1, 2, 3 by 4. Slap a door right here. And yeah, go ahead and get this room up and running. An extinguisher, a hand sanitizer, and a radiator. So the DNA lab is a room that does treatment as well as diagnosis, but we don't want them to come here for diagnosis. We only want them for treatment. We also need to go through and make sure that our DNA doctor is doing the DNA lab. And let's get some training done. In fact, let's go ahead and get another training room. So we're gonna put that over here in this room. Hit OK on that. And we're gonna start training in here as well. Alright, so I just went ahead and created another staff room over here to help out our staff from being overcrowded in this one single teeny tiny staff room. So that is up and running. We got a reporter coming. And then we can send some people here for the pandemic. They're going to be treated over in our PANS lab, which should be over here somewhere. I think this is our PANS lab, yeah. Oh no, that's our Deluxe. This must be our PANS room. And then since we got all the items in here that like are for that room, I'm just gonna have to finish this challenge up by spamming Gold Star Awards. And I know you guys hate it, but I also don't really play this game for like decorating and like interior design. I have the Sims 4 for that, thank you very much. So we gonna cheat, because we can. And by completing that challenge, we're gonna go ahead and get plus 25 happiness, which we love to see. We love to see it. Also, our hospital is pretty much almost to a level 12, and we only have these 2 GP offices. As you can see, we're starting to get a queue here as well as a queue here. So let's go ahead and build ourselves another GP office. We already have staff available for it, so that's good. And then we already have some assistants. We have 2 of them. So let's go ahead and build ourselves an actual reception room. So let's sell that. And we're gonna build a room with a reception. And now that we have our reception pod up and running, both of our assistants can work at the same time, and then they'll stagger their breaks still, so that way there's always somebody in there at one time, but it'll help us like bust through the line. Staff promotion, we love to see it. Send the treatment patient in the DNA lab, and let's start another training course. That doctor needs to be trained in surgery too. Ooh, perfect. Okay, so we got this doctor. Let's see how much our current DNA doctor is getting paid. He's getting paid 32. We're gonna hire this doctor for 21. We're going to go into our staff panel, go ahead to job assignments. This DNA person's only gonna be doing DNA. This doctor is going to get fired. He's got traits that we don't really need. And the rest of these doctors are garbage, so let's go ahead and just get them out of here. Okay, so we have a new challenge or staff request for us. That's to get our hospital attractiveness up to 70%. So my favorite thing for this is the Sonic tree. I love Sonic. So, looking at this overlay, we got a couple spots of brown, and that's from litter, some sick, whatever they call it.
In this
So,
entry of Sir Nigel Review,
we're just gonna start slapping these around, honestly.
But first,
And that's gonna help us immensely. I like these because they're green, right? They're like trees,
Attention.
but they don't need a janitor to come through and like water them, which is awesome. As you can see, there are some rooms that are like greened out. They're already producing a lot of attractiveness for our hospital. And those are rooms that we already decorated for like the other staff challenges to kind of get the prestige of the room up. So that, of course, you know, affects the hospital. As for the locations of this, first I like to start on the corners of like rooms and stuff, because I feel like, or like around doors. So I think that just looks really nice and really natural. And after that, I will go through and start filling up some blank spaces. Like probably just one. Excuse me. Well, yeah, we'll just put like one here in the middle of the hospital. Looks cute, why not? Then
Maintenance announcement.
we're gonna go in and do this room. This area is so bad. But yeah, if we just start slapping down trees, it's gonna help immensely. And we also have a lot of blank space on the side of the hospital, which, like I said, I just like to fill up with just these trees, and then we'll just sell them as as the space is needed, kind of thing. Let's do one right here.
Janitor.
Okay, we got our hospital attractiveness up. Once we take away the overlay, like this is ridiculous, right? This is like spam decorating. I'm known for it. It's fine. It just means that our hospital is going to seem more prestigious, which is awesome. Go ahead, clear out these notifications.
Private executive now approaching the hospital.
And we are getting really close to completing all the tasks. So our cure rate kind of fluctuates depending on what comes in, what doctors are in training, queue times, all that kind of stuff. But we're really close, like less than 100,000 for our hospital value. And then the only thing that's slowing us down is really our patient cure rate. All right, and we're put in a predicament. So they want to give us 5 patients for our surgery. We already have a queue length of 2. Obviously, I just accepted it. So we're gonna have a queue length of 6 on this. But the way I figure is we already have 2 back-to-back doctors that can just run in there really quick, get it all taken care of, and we could just have back-to-back surgeries while one's, you know, resting up, the other one's going to be in there performing surgeries. So I think it's worth the risk. Surgery does give us a lot of money.
Please prioritize their amusement.
The only thing we're kind of missing is like, first of all, let's get rid of all these people. Disgusting. We just kind of need a nurse, but there isn't really any nurses that are just like open like that. But yeah, that's fine. Okay. So my plan of taking on that challenge kind of backfired. So I had to hire another surgery doctor, and he's really not that great. I'm sure once this like queue dies down a little bit, we can go back to just having one surgery room. But until then, I am just gonna have this guy primarily and singularly work in surgery. His second one is in treatment, so it's not the worst thing ever, right? But I do want to get my some extra geneticists working in here. So let's get this doctor. So that way all of our treatment doctors are trained in treatment and genetics, right? We also have Agatha Sphere here, destroying our cure rate. We reached the threshold for the hospital value. Reputation, 95%. No marketing. Great job, team. And, you know, we only have 45 patients left. But Agatha keeps getting all of our patients out of here, so that's awesome. I have been going through and slowly upgrading. All of the machines in this first building are completely upgraded. So now we're going to just head on over here and start upgrading these as well. And then we're also going to get some more training going. Let's go ahead and get this one trained to level 4. Got a little bit of a queue here with our AI kind of going on. So this one has a longer queue than all the others because it's literally right next door to the general diagnostics, so they get sent here more often than they get sent here. That's fine. Agatha's just ruining my whole life. Okay, we have something disastrous happen. This is probably the first time this has happened in this play through. Oh, I can just send him. Is he about to die? Oh no, he got called into the office. So sometimes you'll have your patients here, and he's got the lowest health right now, okay? So there's a couple things you can do. If he's ready for treatment, send him to treatment. I should have done that. Alternatively, if he's waiting for a treatment or waiting for a GP or something like that, you can just send them to treatment, move them up the queue line. All of those things will help. So he's going to be going to the DNA lab, and we'll see here as he comes out. Oh, he's number 1. Never mind. Sometimes they come out and they're like level 10, and you're like, no, dude, this guy's about to die. You need right now to go take care of him. I'm having a backup of doctors right now because like 3 of my doctors are getting trained. Let's go ahead and start training this doctor in surgery too. Because the higher and quicker rate we can get these people out of surgery, the better. Oh my gosh. This guy's about to die too. Let's send him for treatment. When you get behind on reception and then you get behind in GP, all of a sudden your whole hospital's falling apart. So just try to catch the like low health signs early. Another thing to kind of like funnel through all of them, if you click the patients tab and then you sort by diagnosis, here we see all the patients who haven't been seen yet. They're usually pretty good health. We have people who are waiting for reception. And then down here we have all the patients. These have already been diagnosed and these have yet to be diagnosed. And we can send them to treatment. And that is going to clear up the line for your GP.
Microwaves.
And just make it better all the way around. All right, here we have our patient, Jacinta. She has leopard skin, so we're gonna take a look at the helixer here and watch it in action.
Please be adjourned to treat. Thank you.
Some very sciencey stuff happens. Oh no, she got zapped. She's got cured. Oh my gosh, great times, great times. She's gonna be happy and so excited. Which we are just very happy for her. Our training finished for all of our GPs, which means they're gonna get back to work. So we're gonna get a flooding of treatments and diagnosis people. But let's go ahead and see what else needs to be done. This student nurse needs to be trained in bedside manner because they're one of our surgery nurses.
Janitor, to repair drug mixer.
We also need to continue upgrading our machines. Let's go ahead and upgrade the extractopan. Alright, Ted Trosek here is probably not going to survive, I'll be honest with you. He got sent to the ward. We aren't ready to give him his diagnosis yet. But when you look at him, he's got something wrong with his skin. I think he's needed to be in the DNA lab. So we're probably going to lose him. But I also figure for the next little bit, we're probably just going to be losing patients left and right. But we are so close. Look, guys. Oh my gosh. Only 12 more patients cured, and then we will be all set. We love to see it. We are piling up a huge stockhold of monies right now. Oh my gosh. I'm just going through and like sorting our patients out.
Listen
I told
up,
you he
people.
needed to go
We're in
to
danger of being overrun by corporate
the
interests.
DNA.
There'll be a protest outside
Oh, wait,
of
wrong
Jumbo
person.
headquarters in Krakenbush.
Okay, guys, we have 2 more patients to cure, and then we are going to be at our threshold, and then we just have to wait for our cure rate to go back up again, which, you know, it just fluctuates. It just takes the top 20 patients seen and sees if they've been cured or not. So that means this Let's Play is drawing to a close. I'm just gonna cycle through a couple management style games. I really enjoy that gameplay, and I know it's not for everybody, but I really enjoy it. If you want me to bring back this series, absolutely let me know. We can work all the way up to a 3-star hospital. We can do a lot of hospitals. Whatever you guys are thinking, I'm down. If you're not really into it, that's okay. We'll try something new. So yeah, as always, thank you for watching this Let's Play series. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do that. That really helps me grow. Also, sharing and liking this video is good for the algorithm, helps me get in front of more people's faces. Leave a comment down below because I love chatting with you guys. And finally, there's a link to all my social media as well as my sticker shop linked in the description. We are going to wait until this ticks over to 1 more patient cured. We hit the cure 200 phase. Oh, are you kidding me? Of course it would do that. Hopefully we go on a curing spree here. Staff resignation? What the heck? He's a doctor? What was his name? Oh, here he is. He isn't very happy at all. Well, why doesn't he is on a break. Well, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna increase everybody's pay till they're all in the correct. There we go. So all of them are green. We have lots of money. Don't worry about it. We have a couple here still in yellow. You know what? Let's just get them all into green. Then they're gonna be happy. There we go. Everybody got a raise, so nobody is gonna quit on me, right? We'll see. Hopefully not. And we just got another epidemic. Oh my gosh. All right. But we did it. Congratulations, everybody. Our hospital has been awarded a 1-star rating by the 2 Point Health Ministry. Your organization has become the gold standard for healthcare in 2 Point County. You've risen above all competition, leaving their long-held hopes and dreams lying soiled in shabby tatters. On the ground, a soothing thought, is it not? Continue aiding the county's most hectic area to cement your legacy. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and clear everybody. But yeah, until I see you guys again, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye.